Okay. Well, we'll wait for you to take a seat.
Sound good.
Then we are in order for the America 250 meeting number 4. I'm going to do roll call. Barbara Harrison, chair here.
Angie Ryan.
Ferdinand Rouse, here.
Jerry Edmonds.
Here.
And our guest.
Mark Hopper, McGregor Hall.
Okay, thank you for coming. Approval of the minutes. Did you have Tim's email?
I did.
Okay. So the only thing was the number 2, where he says I did not offer the information about, no, that was actually Tim who offered that. And number 6, let's see, that was fine. Number 7. Number 7 was me.
Okay.
I suggested the mural.
Okay.
I didn't see anything that was majorly wrong on my part.
Okay. All right. I made all those notes and I have them here as well, from that email. So we'll put those into the minutes.
You guys go with the minutes, or do you have any suggestions or corrections? I'll give you more time. These are a few suggestions that Tim had that I disagreed with. If you read the minutes. If it makes it easier since you figure everything out. You didn't even spell his repairs.
So 2C, did you mention the correction? There's one, the minutes state Wednesday. It's Thursday.
Which one?
The last minutes, the last meeting.
We didn't get the last minutes. At the last meeting, Ryan shook his head no.
No, what I'm saying is that the last time we met was Thursday, November 13th.
Right.
States
Yes.
Wednesday on here.
There you go.
This would be at the top.
Other than that, I don't see any other edits that are needed.
No, I think that's it.
Item two, I did not offer the information about my grading hall costs. Tim did. He's the one who went on about that. I had a 4-day event there, and it was set up, and it was like $6,500. That was all Tim.
Okay.
Here,
No,
here's the
I
credit.
wondered where that came from.
Yeah, that was Tim.
I don't know where,
He just offered it, the information, because he was the only one that had actually done anything in your hall.
that would
He
be,
didn't say when it was.
that would be a major event for that kind of price, for what it's worth.
Thank you. We're not looking at a major event.
That's why I'm glad you're here.
Yes. Once we get past the minutes, we'll be right on to you. Oh, what was the other one? The mural was made.
Yeah, but we may know
Right,
that.
we fixed that.
Yeah.
Number 9, he does have, he has, Barbara Harrison, he said, and it should have been she,
Yeah.
that, where I was gonna go to that. Some Harrison, well, I actually received it from you. The logo.
Yeah.
He could not open it, so I gave it to him an hour later.
So he just sent this, he didn't send this to everyone.
Tim?
Yeah, no, he sent it just to Ron and Barbara.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't get this.
yeah, I have it right here.
well, that's right. I tried to copy as much as I could, and last week I blew it. I missed all those emails back and forth, but I'm not on the sunshine list, so it wasn't really all that relevant. If you're not happy, we don't have to approve it. We can do it
No,
next time.
I'm fine with it. It's just minor stuff, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes.
I
With
second.
these corrections.
Okay, then we are good. All right, and then we are on to the McGregor Hall outreach. Well, obviously, the first part of it is done. Mr. Marcus, thank you for doing.
Thanks for the invitation.
I attempted to watch the America 250, but it's a 2-hour, 6 mini episode.
Oh,
I'm recording it. I have that kind of time.
I know. Maybe you can listen to it in the car or something, I don't know.
I got no idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, we asked you to be here because we didn't know if you were doing any sort of America 250 program.
We don't have any programming planned
Okay.
as it is now. But we're certainly open to working
You're
with you all
open
for
to-
sure, yeah.
Right. So you can't see it, but I looked up Failing Hall. You familiar with
In
Failing Hall?
Wilmington, yeah.
They did that PBS show, American Revolution, but they did a pre-screening before it actually came out.
Right.
They were supposed to do the musical 1776, and they did receive a grant to do it, but it's not on the schedule. So.
Excuse me. How y'all doing?
I would,
I don't know why they
almost
switched
bet,
it.
I would almost bet there's a geographic exclusion because Raleigh Little Theater is doing it in late May. And generally, if somebody licenses the show, then there's a geographic exclusion.
So they're
for
doing the musical 1776?
They are.
And what's the name of the event?
Raleigh Little Theater in May.
Thank you.
It's licensed through Musical Theater International.
I know you don't have anything on your agenda yet, but did you plan on doing anything?
We generally plan our season through May, and our season, because of the rec players taking the room, generally, we don't plan any ticketed programming except in basically the footprint of the school year. So that's why we didn't really plan anything in the course of the year. We had some interest in some things for the 26-27 season in the second half of the year. But on top of the actual 4th of July, we hadn't planned anything right now.
Okay, we have no clue what to possibly plan if we can't get because our only suggestion was the musical 1776.
Sure.
Right.
And I just want to throw out there, I don't want us to, concentrate on just July the 4th.
Right.
This is a year of celebration.
Which would free things up for us quite a bit.
Absolutely.
to be
So
able
if
to-
there is
yeah.
something major that we can do later on in the year.
I'm all
I
for
think
that.
that is a fabulous idea.
Sure.
You know, looking at veterans, that's where we can incorporate a lot of the veteran stuff that we're doing. I mean, just
Right.
make it last all year long.
Right.
So to have, we're gonna be working, together with the 4th of July celebration down at Carr Lake. So, you know, we have something in July, something big that a lot of people will be attending. But I just think that we need to stretch it on out, so even if
Sure.
it's in later on in that year,
Sure.
October, November
Yeah.
timeframe.
Your cheapest time.
Well, actually, our rental rates are the same all the time.
Well, so where you can have some ideas to help us,
Yeah, sure,
in reaching out to those people with performing,
right,
talents and things like that.
yeah. Well, I'll say two things. One, just to make sure everybody knows, our rental rates start at $1,200 for a half day.
Okay.
So, and there's a discount for a recognized 501c3. That includes a super basic tech package, and it grows from there based on the scope of the event. I mean, some events are basically need a microphone and a stage wash of light, and that's all. And some get as complicated as having to set up for bands and complicated sound and projections and that sort of thing.
And we had the logistics of actually busing the kids in it, didn't we? Were we thinking about that, or we were just doing an open platform for everyone?
I think, I know the busing kids in was, as Ken had spoken about,
Right.
cost
Yeah, cost was that for.
Yeah.
gas cost for kids to come in,
Right.
so.
And school wants to go, they gotta take their own, field trip money to
So
do
this
it.
would just be an
To make it
outside
happen.
event like family day.
Right.
Right, okay.
But that being said, we have a policy from the board that if we have an event, it's the same price for everybody, no matter what. When they come in, it's exactly the same price. However, by virtue of the support we've gotten this year from county government, I have a feeling I would have a good stand to go to the board and petition for,
A lesser amount.
or possibly even a complimentary event
Mhm.
for something like this
Good
that's community,
Because-
that's community related.
Yeah.
I would certainly be willing to make that case to them.
Oh, that's great.
And if it was something we sponsored, you wouldn't even have to mess with it anyway.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk to you to see if you had
Yeah,
anything.
so,
Right.
Because to make it America 250 branded, there's, logos and things like that America 250 is providing us.
right,
So we would like to have that, if that were something that you
certainly,
were going to be putting on at McGregor Hall,
certainly,
on your
It's
your
a
whole
simple
thing,
red, white, and blue logo they made
just to
for it.
make it,
right,
you know, part of the America 250.
right.
Mhm.
My brain is spinning. I probably should say to let me think and get some ideas
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I've got some calls I can make to see what's out there, because I'm sure any programming like that is really gonna be highly in demand
Yes.
Oh,
this
sure.
particular year.
Well, and especially that timeframe where when you said
Right,
July, and
right.
I'm like, we don't have.
It might be that we could get somebody later on or something like that, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I would be happy to do some investigating, and it might even be that some kind of thing we produce ourselves with some of the actors that we have coming in. I mean, we've got actors coming from all over the state now,
Mhm.
Right.
to do the theater we're doing. So we just closed Sweeney Todd with people with Broadway credentials, I mean, doing shows here now.
Wow.
So it might be that if there's something, if there's some sort of a low royalty, production that's available that we could put together relatively easily,
Yeah,
it might be that we could even do something locally, which would be even better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And showcase that local
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are there any requirements around the branding for America 250 in terms of the programming you have, or no comment?
Oh, well, we were looking at you for the actual America 250. You know, we had a whole bunch of other stuff for the rest of the themes and requirements that North Carolina has, right? Or no?
but not requirements.
Suggestions.
Suggestions.
Sure, sure.
All-inclusive suggestions of everyone in the community to include them somehow, some way. But the list is long.
Yeah, yeah.
But we do have to have one patriotic thing that is
Sure.
actually about America 250.
Let me give that some thought. I think we could do this right. It might have to fit in a Swiss cheese hole in our schedule to make it work. But we generally, like, we're booked a year in advance.
Right.
The hall, we don't have a weekend date from February until September next year. But everything books a year in advance. So it might be that we have to find just the right slot to put it in, but I think we could come up with something.
Oh, well, that's brilliant.
I think we could come up with something good
All right.
That's
at low cost.
Yes, we have very little money.
Yeah, we would be very interested in being a part of that now.
Okay,
If you do, the America 250 website is a plethora of information on
Ah,
it.
okay.
So you
All right.
want to check
Let me make
that
a
out.
note of that.
And,
I'll check out and see what they
do
have.
some of the stuff.
Would you want something that could double as a school field trip, or do you have any preconceived ideas around that?
At this point, I don't want to not have that as an
Right.
option.
Right.
If,
Frequently, we would do like a day of school shows. We could do up to 2 school shows, and then we could even do an evening show on the same day if you.
we just couldn't bus them, the cost of busing
Yeah.
was out there.
Frequently, there are ways around that. There are ways to get that funded, so.
well, we would
Let me
appreciate
think,
all of
let me
that.
All right, thank you. Thanks for this one.
Let me think and see what we can come up with. We've got some really good theatrical resources of people who would come to, if they thought we needed something done, they would come and give their time to do it.
Well, we have definitely discussed making, these projects and things, school-related,
Sure,
to reach the children, because when you reach the children, you're reaching their parents and their
Right.
parents and that.
Right.
So, I think that a lot of focus
Yeah.
is being put on the school-age
Mm-hmm.
kids, you know, as well as, I mean, we have Vance Granville that is, right here.
Right,
You know,
right.
so it's just a great opportunity for unification of our
sure,
community, you
Sure.
know? And, I definitely want to include the kids in any kind of way that we can. So I don't want to not have that
Maybe like a-
opportunity.
maybe like a late September kind of thing. That might be a good time for us. I'll think. I won't take your time now, but
No.
I'll think and see what we can come up
And
with.
you will be able to hear tonight too on some of the things that we're touching on. as
Sure,
well.
sure.
So that'll open your ideas.
Yeah,
even
yeah.
more, so you can see
Yeah.
where those things will incorporate, you know, even at McGregor Hall. you
Right.
know, So, yeah.
And any of the other dates you're talking about, if you want to at least, throw a date out, let me go to the board and see what they're willing to do. I could certainly make that case with the county support that we got this year, for sure. So it might be as little as like a cleaning fee to, if we have an event the next day to turn the building around, something negligible. But,
I like
I'll
the
be-
September and even into October with,
Right.
a fall,
that's
As well, too.
tends to be a good time for schools too,
right,
when they're just getting started. They're
Mhm.
less, spring is not good because they're so preoccupied with
well,
testing.
one of the things that we were discussing, I feel like I'm jumping ahead, but we had talked about having, the children during a mural, but they would have to, do like a rough draft, so to speak, or something like that in order to be able to place their, artwork on the actual mural. So I'm just looking at what that looks like in the big picture. Is that something where these things could be showcased, say, in McGregor Hall when they do the event?
Do you have a location for the mural?
No, we didn't, no, not at all.
I got a perfect wall for it.
Do you, at
I sure
McGregor
do.
Hall?
I sure do. I have a
Where's
perfect
our
wall
hall?
for it. I mean, I can't make that call on my own, but the lobby that faces,
Library,
the glass wall lobby that faces, First Baptist Church. There's a hallway there with just a
Yes.
plain white wall,
yes.
and there's glass so you can actually see it from the outside.
And this,
So-
that would,
I don't know, I'm thinking off the top of my head.
It's
Right?
that back hallway.
It's when you come in, if you're looking at the library front doors, it would be over your left shoulder going
So
in.
that's inside.
It's inside, yeah, but it's all glass, so you can
That would
see
be
it.
great.
It's all glass, so you could actually see it from the outside too.
For longevity purposes.
I was just worried.
Yes, less wear and tear. No worry of vandalism.
And
I'm brainstorming, I'd have to run that by the board
That's the
first.
way you've been, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be
it
happy to,
encourages them to come to the library.
be happy to take that to them,
Sure.
so.
Well, I definitely like that.
I'm making you a copy of the North Carolina America 250 agenda so you can see.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful,
Well, I'm not Brian's.
great. Thank you.
Mm. So that's some of the stuff that we were going
Sure.
with, being able to showcase children and their
Right.
artwork. We've talked about, getting the bands, school, we have some awesome school bands, chorus, what was the other, choral, was it a choral group you, wasn't it?
That was, I think, Tim mentioned the.
Northeast Piedmont Corral, probably.
Say the name again?
Northeast Piedmont Corral.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one, and they spoke about the Henderson Collegiate
Yes,
band, okay.
and I emailed,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I folded it over.
Clayton Griffin,
This is
the
All
band
the
director.
things for their own. Thank
And
you.
I invited him to come tonight, but it was short notice, and I didn't expect him here, but I just gave him a little brief, this is what we're looking at. Did you get a chance to speak?
I have not, I've been out of town most of the week and just
Yeah.
haven't had a chance to get to my folks, but I'll do that.
So, I think they will be very supportive of things, I really do, because that school, I'm telling you, it's a model school. It is a model school, they're doing great things out there,
Put
so.
your name,
And,
email, and phone
and their
number.
band is, they're awesome.
Well, with the reduced price, we'd be able to almost do both agendas. Because right, on the agenda here, they've got McGregor Hall versus Vance Granville Community College.
Yeah, and I think the spirit of what we're trying to do is have multiple venues,
Right.
collaborate where at all possible.
Where they go bump heads.
Yeah, because I was just on the website reading about the North Carolina 250, and they're planning to do this out to like 2033.
33.
So it's,
Right.
yeah, so it's just, it's not, it won't go to 4th of July and then it's over.
Right,
Right.
So September is definitely in play.
Right.
This is something that really is gonna be on.
I have to say first, before anyone else, I cannot be on the committee until 33.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
I
happen.
don't think we'll have anyone. This good.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, you never
I don't
can
know
tell.
about the committee, but.
You never can tell. No, I'm not talking about being here. Oh, yeah, hopefully, but I'm talking about on the committee. I don't know if someone's, that dedicated to be here for 8 or 10 years.
All right.
I'm that person.
You're that person.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm that person.
Oh, my gosh.
But we have other items that are, other things and that were talked about, like the month of February. Kendrick, you spoke about that, if you want to talk about.
No, so we just basically, getting my, staff and colleagues, plan of, events that are in our venue. So basically, the African American Quiz Bowl, we, doing another, that's dedicated to section on, American 250, tribute. We're actually, my staff talked about trying to do a, family feud with, 250 tribute. With adults and families, adults. I did talk to Wakia Macon, and she's, talking about doing programming. And I told her, again, that's like an April, May type deal. Spreading it out where she can do an event with our coach at the 250, so she's with that. And that's what we're at the, I didn't have a chance to go look at the, I got on my list now, about the, things about the mural. I do need to report about that, but, pretty much everything else, Alice Solomon said, let her get through Christmas.
Right.
The
So we
parade,
have
that
things that we've discussed that are not just one particular month. And I think this whole committee here is committed to doing it for the whole year for 2026.
And those,
We'll see what happens after that.
in those demographic areas, we've taken responsibility for different ones.
I see.
And so we can, for example, and I didn't bring my list there, maybe someone else has it. But at any rate, most of them are taken.
Right.
That's our goal, is to
Okay.
kind of hit all of those from a North Carolina perspective.
Right.
From a Vance County perspective. And do like a traveling exhibit of those
Right.
that maybe encompasses all of them in some kind of poster form that would go to McGregor Hall for
Right.
a while, and
Right.
then come to Vance Scramble for a while.
Get the most traffic, yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, this is the email I have from you. Tim, 10, right? Not Tim, 10?
Tim.
Tim,
Templeton.
10,
Templeton,
isn't it 10 for Templeton? 10.
Tim.
I'm trying, they're not here, we can get it right, because they don't want it.
About did he talk to the vendor about the banner?
I don't know, he didn't.
Like sort of with 6 inches. I know I believe that's what he was gonna do. I have not heard of it.
We gotta stay on top of that, because we also need to find out, what we're gonna do with the banner, so I can make sure I get the order in.
Right, you have to order the brackets.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the turnaround time is
That's the
that.
only thing we actually have money on right now, is we know what the brackets cost. Other than that, we don't have any other list.
So, well,
But Tim did not mention that.
do we want to try to contact them or?
No, well, Tim says he has a scheduled meeting next week, just with, Tim has a meeting with Tim to go over the banners that are traveling around.
Well, I'm talking about the banners going with the grant.
I know you're talking about
Yeah,
that,
okay.
but I'm reading his email, and he
Yeah.
doesn't talk about it. But he
Yeah.
did have the Historical Society actually did form a group on Monday that are gonna assist with the photos.
Okay.
And so they're moving forward on the photos. As far as the 6 inches, according to Mark Pace, who's part of the Historical Society for Vance County, he didn't think that was a problem. I just spoke to him yesterday. He didn't think it was a problem at all, to just change the size. It wasn't gonna be a problem.
No, they shouldn't, I'm talking about getting the order, because if that's the case, I just want to go and order the brackets to make sure that, I tell Ms. Renee and whoever that, need to be reimbursed, but we can do a financial system.
Well, if the turnaround is not that far out, if it doesn't take that long to get the brackets, then we can push it out a little further. We don't have to.
No, I just-
Yeah, we don't even have the banners.
That's what I'm saying, I don't know the brackets,
Right, how long does it take to get the brackets?
I don't know, I gotta call the department, so.
Right. Okay, cool. Because if it only takes a couple of weeks, there's no point in ordering that. Unless they had to mass produce them for everybody else in America, because they're all doing banners. Yeah, see, everything is weird this year because everything is booked, everywhere. We got a late start, about a year. We're playing catch up fast.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, that's why I went with 1 week. I thought everybody was gonna kill me. Let's do once a month. Ain't that gonna happen? Alright. Does anybody see anything on the community band concert planning with Tim not being here? Gary, we wanna skip that?
Oh, I was saying earlier that I haven't found anything further out
Oh.
this week. But, that's
That's
on
all.
my list of priorities. I suspect it will be as stated here that, during the week would probably be preferable for them, because, especially if we want to host it at the VGCC Civic Center, because similar to McGregor Hall, that the Civic Center books out a year in advance.
Right,
So, especially on the weekends.
right.
During the week, we would get more traction in terms of students
Right.
participating, things of that nature. Hopefully there's a week, and you all have given me the direction of late March or early April, so that's what I plan to go with. when I had the conversation with the civic center director.
And if they're nice enough to let you know they have a big hole, we can make a change.
Yeah.
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 In your schedule.
And the theme, Mark, for your, should be in here, but the idea was to utilize the Vance Community College Community Band.
Right.
To have a concert of patriotic songs. And then,
That is right up Brian's alley.
yeah, right.
He would be all over that.
He is.
He's Mr. Historian.
Okay, so he was really excited about it. And then, but he was gonna speak with his band members, and I haven't been able to catch up with him since then, which I will do. But, and then the idea was to perhaps have a collaboration of band, or maybe have like a kind of several bands perform in one evening,
Mhm.
but still the thing be patriotic songs. I don't know what that means anymore. Patriotic song, I don't know.
Oh, you're excited. Well,
250 years of songs, you know, it's not all fife and drums.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's all military songs, I mean, that's patriotic, so, I mean, there are tons of them. So, we'll see what the suggestions are. Does anybody want to discuss anything on the subcommittees with two key people
so, I'm sorry, Jerry, so do you want me to still, contact, and speak with Clayton, or do you want me to give him your information? Mr. Griffin at Henderson Collegiate.
Sorry.
So.
I am curious.
I think, I wonder if Tim has a relationship, because that wasn't my suggestion, that was Tim's
Okay.
suggestion.
Okay.
So I'm thinking Tim may have a
So,
relationship there, I'm not sure, but if not,
somebody threw it my way and I went with it, so I don't know who it was, but I don't mind continuing that, but I don't want us to double up. So I am going to let him know that we're looking for, late March, early April timeframe
Yeah.
for Henderson Collegiate to possibly be at Vance Granville.
Right.
Right, okay. Okay, that works for me. And right now, we're going with, the band and having, patriotic songs being played.
Correct.
And they will be doing a spring concert and stuff like that anyway, I think.
Likely, yes. Although there was one time, the Arts Alive was what Tim was saying, they're not doing that this year.
Right,
Right.
Okay, yeah.
right.
There's been cuts everywhere.
So we were talking about the murals, we were thinking about offering do a contest like they did with Al Salam, with them, doing the 250, American 250 themes to all the schools at all age levels. Then with the winners, forming a mural to put up somewhere. So that's what the idea came from, is it's sort of good because they're not doing arts a lot, they can still contribute to the program.
And it's their American experience, so they can choose.
Right.
It's such a long list, so hopefully we can get everybody in there. If not, we'll have to come up with anything that might be missing, so we include everything.
We talked about, I believe it was a high school, maybe having essays or something like that too.
Okay, that's
Right,
super
essay.
hard. I worked there for 2 months in Granville County, you know how many essays I got in? And we paid $5,000. Zero.
No.
Zero. And it went 5th grade to 12th. And, you know, and it's not just 5,000, it's medals, certificates, but it's
Yeah.
Amazon cards, it's all sorts of stuff. And we had a video contest. in which two members could actually do video. The third person holding the camera though doesn't get paid unless the other two want to share their money. That was a huge debate. I know.
So SA would not be a.
And we have failed, which is why I'm hoping maybe Vance County or Warren will do better next year, because we just could not get Granville to get on board. Yeah, zero. But I heard it's very hard to do. It's very hard to get your foot in the door to try to get them, because they have zero agenda for the American 250. None of the schools in that county.
Well, Tim had a lot of information he was going to be sharing, putting it into the curriculum.
Right, and that is promising, because we have that to offer to Vance County as well, because there's no chapter, there's no Daughters of the American Revolution chapter in Vance County, so we in Granville can offer it. And Warren County, same thing, they don't have one either, so we can offer the same thing to those students. And see if, make it a battle, see if Vance County will beat them in the essays, and maybe it'll make Granville do something, I don't know. I tried, very hard. But Tim did say essays were very hard, unless you could somehow link it to them, that they wouldn't write. I think the 5th to 8th were only 300 to 500 words is all they had to do. Yeah, 9th to 12th was only 900 to 1,300 words. So, the deadline was the 10th, so that came and went. But, moving on. So, are we good on page, 1?
Mhm.
So then we're on the subcommittees. I don't feel an over need to actually decide if these are correct. We all have what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I don't know. A subcommittee, I don't know. That's-
And basically, we are like, I'm working on the veterans.
Do we need to improve the minutes? I'm asking.
We all did, we just, we can speak up anytime. Unless you have a correction.
No, exactly.
There were a few corrections and we made those.
Okay, work. I just want to make sure.
You gotta say it out loud, so you're good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good, all right. Mark Case has agreed from Granville County to assist with our America 250. All we have to do is ask. So he's the historian for Granville County. He's a member of the Vance County Historical Society. We met on Monday with 10. And I met him yesterday, and he has agreed in any way he can support us or help, he will.
So are we moving forward with the subcommittees? What was that? What are we gonna do?
I suggest tabling it for the next meeting when there's a full.
I make a motion that we table it.
Okay, I second the motion.
Because at this point, we're all pitching in and working and doing what we gotta get done, right?
All right, we discussed the 6-inch 2-wide brackets. We're not gonna get anywhere on answers on the photos because Tim's not here. So that'll have to get tabled.
So number 7, the whole banner.
Well, he already brought up the fact, it's 6 inches too wide, we do have to order the bracket, so we did address the first
Did we ever?
2 and 3, but we're not ordering them at this time. We're gonna find out how long the turnaround time can
What was that, Kendra?
No, I got it at 61.
Did he give you agenda? Did he give you you an agenda?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's, they got the 61 right here.
Yeah, the lows on.
Yeah, I'm not doing any part of the retractable banners. Angie, you have anything to do with that one? That seems to be Tim and Ken's. Jerry, how about you?
What was that now? What was the question?
Retractable banners.
Uh,
Do you have any input or anything to add to retractable banners with the two key guys not here?
in terms of
Yeah, I'm supposed to bring it up. Retractable banners?
utilizing those?
It's,
Those are the portable?
yep, those are the portable ones.
Yeah. I think we probably should. One of my to-dos as well is to see, we talked about kind of the poster type, corrugated poster board. We have some of those at the college from previous events like this that we've done. We have those on the easel and kind of do the walkthrough.
Yeah.
But then we're looking at street banners, right? We're looking at retractable banners and then kind of poster board. What would be the vision for the retractable banners?
Geez, I gotta look out. Brian had to give up his before.
So, for my understanding, I think they were saying they put it at 7 venues such as City Hall. I think some of the nicest, we get the vendors downtown, I put one in their windows,
Okay.
downtown. I mean, it's one of those sorts you can also use it at ACOG or in Johnson.
Yeah.
We said, sometimes we said someone being, and we just rotate, we gotta put them all in one location. Just like they stay for 2 or 3 days, then we rotate.
Yeah.
Stay for 2 or 3 days, and we rotate. But I think we was talking about mainly in the school systems first, and then rotate out to the community, which is, put it in City Hall lobby or, county lobby.
City Hall,
Yeah.
County,
Yeah.
McGregor Hall, at the library out there.
School system,
Library.
admin office and stuff like that. Shoot, McGregor Hall, the library lobby.
There's a lot of places to utilize them, to see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just gotta really, I mean, one of the things you gotta coordinate, like, is you gotta, because you have so many other schools, Vance, Charter, and Henderson, that definitely probably wanna participate, so we just gotta, I think Tim got asked a question, if the school willing to allow them to put it in their space, we probably need to ask the same thing, offer to the same, the Vance, Charter, and as well as on Henderson Collegiate.
And then there's Carvance too, right? Out there? Out there.
I don't know if it's one anymore. I had a room that the principal left and took a job, and I was thinking it was closing. Then when I heard that,
I don't know.
There's like 3 in Granville closed.
I heard, I literally, what's the day? So Monday night, one of my parents from football was coming in, and she said that, her grandchild was leaving because it was, and they hadn't notified some of the parents, but one of the principal said that because they were closing, he took another job.
Wow.
So, I don't know how true it is, but that's what the grandmother told me, she was like, that quick.
You trust your grandma.
Yeah. But she bring our grandkid equipment that all parents was working, so. She's like, no, you're in good school, I said, you gotta deal with Vance County right now because charter schools don't
Right,
take kids in the middle of the year unless it's a
so,
tragic situation.
so that would be, we would need to contact those two schools, Vance Charter and.
I think we need to take it and see what we're gonna approach, because again, I think Vance County is not trying to compete. It's not trying to compete, they want everybody, from what Tim says, so I just think we just say.
Once you get it out there too, once people see it, it'll attract more interest as well.
But again, we're gonna talk about education, we wanna talk about diversity and everybody being transparent, we have to ask those schools.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
So regardless of what Vance County said.
Well, they are Vance
community.
County,
Yes.
they're community, and then we don't want to leave anybody out, absolutely not.
And if we're talking about Granville history, I'm not saying Granville public schools, but a lot of our kids in Vance County go to Oxford Prep.
Right, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So we really need to think about what we wanna do, whether it's concentrate, and then you got cultures. The flourishing school.
I don't think any of it's bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
But like I said, we're rotating these things, depending on how many, banners we're getting or who we're getting. We just decide based on all the schools, how many we're gonna get at a time, so we can rotate. What we do, you know, we get 50, or every school get 2 for 2 days, or 3 days, or however you wanna do it.
Right.
And that's rotate. But I think we do need to, especially as they're out getting in the school system, we definitely need to at least give them an opportunity to see. Possibly stay in it,
Mhm.
so.
Mhm.
But I do think that, to be honest, depending on how many it is, it would probably be great to have a weekday or all week at the event center at Vance Grammar that can hold all those banners at one time for people to walk through. Cause I don't know, cause they can't be in your walkways, can
We could do it in the lobby, in the
they? But it's
gas
depending
station.
on how many it is, right?
Mhm.
It's big, it's really big.
And we don't know exactly what size it's gonna be yet, right? We have a lot of opens out there.
For the 61, I think, Tim, have big.
I know,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah,
think we
yeah.
practiced.
Tim and Tim,
Tim said, yep.
already got an idea what it is, so I'm pretty sure they know.
Yeah, because Tim's talking about doing the Canva, designing of it.
Mhm.
And I'll save a ton of money. But they already have a meeting scheduled for themselves to go over that next week. Because next week is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If we have the event at McGregor Hall, that would be the perfect place,
Yeah,
time
sure.
frame to have those retractable, the.
I guess we can ask them how long it takes for them to get those things.
Well, I figured they're gonna give us a good report after they powwow together. Because Tim is technically advanced and Tim has great ideas. But he did share that they have a meeting next week. So I assume neither one of them are coming because it's the holiday. Now, are we not meeting on
Yeah, we're not
Thanksgiving?
yet, no.
Ah, thank God. All right.
Yeah, we need to meet with them.
No, okay.
I am fine.
Y'all better bring me the turkey sandwich.
I'm smoking all day. The smoker, big green egg. It's clear.
And then,
Didn't come out right.
It didn't come out.
Ah. I have jury duty the next week. I don't know what time jury duty gets out. So all I can do is come.
Also, tell your friends, you might get scammed, it's another scam out there, but if someone acting as a sheriff saying you missed jury duty, and you get a fine.
if Curtis calls
I'll just talk to the sheriff.
me.
I was sitting beside Gooch at a county meeting,
Oh, my goodness.
and they got called back to back to back. So, well, that was an emergency with my daughter, so I walked out, I said, yes,
Yeah, I wish mine was.
we have a warrant. I said, okay. I said, where at Vance County? I said, I go talk to the clerk and DA. He was like, oh, you think this is funny? And I said, no, I don't think it's funny. I said, I'm looking for the walk across, walk from the parking lot, to go check on it. I said, what's your name and number? Click.
Yeah,
Wow.
I actually got mine extended because I had to have dental surgery on the first time they wanted me to go. So I have jury duty on the week of the 8th, as long as, so I am available for the 4th, I don't know what time jury duty gets out.
So anything, so my to-do list is the TA for the bracket, which probably is gonna be 2 to 4 weeks. I'm gonna go ahead and give them an order, I'll put a place order, so we get the exact cost, shipping and everything. And when I come back, if we email the Ferdinand to put in a group email, I will, tell you what my deadline for program stuff is. My staff supposed to tell me Tuesday before the holiday, so I can relax over looking at it, but I'm pretty sure, the other program that I'm working on, because Tim and my Uncle Andre has a great relationship. My Uncle Andre, starting with Central, I'm gonna bring him in, I'm gonna get him to come up here and probably do it at City Hall, another central location, just talk about the history of certain people. Like, he gonna love to talk about our cousin, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
wow.
Brown, and Floyd McKissick, because we know the family. And so I'm gonna get him to concentrate definitely on here,
Mhm.
the history here. So I already got him convinced, so give him some champagne. I'll take care of that. But, yeah, so that's really the 5 events that I have. And I confirmed from Alice Stallings, she gonna give us some drummers or stuff and see what they cost us, just to do some patriotic things, so we'll work on that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna reach back out to Mr. Griffin again to give him those dates.
Okay.
That tentatively. And to see maybe what they can do to incorporate some music for us. To the band. He's at Henderson Collegiate.
I think, let me check, I don't know. So, give me a second.
We're on hold.
So December, and on the 1st, I meet back with the school system, and I actually could, help Tim with the idea about a Rebo Horn and Ben. So I'll push the idea about the 250 contest, and it'll be a good time for that. Shouldn't let them know that we possible and bring, I'm just gonna support them, saying this is what we've been working on. See how Horner feels about it. I think it should be no problem.
Okay. So then that puts us down to coordinating with Pam again on the July 4th. I'm not sure of the agenda. And recreation team leading Juneteenth. All one sentence. So we're good on your portion there.
Oh, actually, have y'all decided on giveaways? Remember we was talking about that 2 meetings ago?
I was thinking because, well, before July, didn't you say it was like 3,000 to 5,000 people come, right? Right, and how many people, because you said you're spreading it out over a whole month.
Yeah, but like I said, it doesn't, it really does. There's a little, the 4th of July at Carl Lake, or Southway Point is sort of different because a lot of people on boats.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like, they count people on boats too.
Oh, yeah.
Logistically on the ground and not at that site, because they're around.
Like, I'm the boat person.
Yeah,
I shouldn't count.
yeah,
I'm not coming to the beach.
but I'm pretty sure they count, I know they count. But probably on ground at the site coming through the gates, what do you think for them, probably 1,000?
That's probably fair. I would guess it's gonna be probably close to 1,500.
Yes, I've only ever watched from the docks across the water, because that's where I live.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna drive all the way.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And,
So they're thinking 1,000 people on the ground? Because she was talking about T-shirts, and I said, how do you give me T-shirts? And she said, you just throw them at them. I'm like, I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of actually, it would have to be when they come in, we give them something. And we have to figure out what that is.
I think you probably can just go through the crowd or whatever, and shoes, have stations up there, all the water station is or something like that. And
Is there water stations up
Yeah,
there?
they have water stations up there.
Okay.
But they also have a resource table area. I wouldn't give them out to work, because some people is not gonna use them.
So when I did Stovall's, I had to hand out patriotic pinwheels and American flags. And I just walked amongst the entire crowd
Yeah.
and saw who wanted, and you couldn't believe how many adults actually wanted the pinwheels and the
Right.
kids wanted the flags. I thought it would be the other way around, you know? Right.
Yeah, now we can probably just set up a table for America 250 where we have the T-shirts, and then that way we can get people to come in, and if we have a list of events, we can hand that to them as well as we give them the shirts. So that way we can get more information out about the.
But shirts get expensive, I mean,
Well,
Stoll spend
that's-
a ton of money on
Yeah,
shirts.
shirts can get expensive, so.
Shirts get expensive, but what I've noticed a lot is people with their drinking cups, their coffee mugs and their water.
Yeah.
There are a lot of sticker collectors out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that would be something that anybody would use and not as expensive as a
I
t-shirt.
think what I can do is I can reach out to the,
Wristbands,
Yes, and we-
I have, yeah, I have that.
the wristband, the lanyards, I think the wristbands, the lanyards, and stretch balls.
Mhm.
okay.
Stress bags? Alright. Only because it's for free, I pick them up. This is
Yeah.
the American 250 official banner, and then they have the official American 250.
Nice.
Right, but we would say Vance County.
Yeah.
See, I like both.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
both of those.
So I could find out, we need to find out like what, do they have a company they recommend you use? Because there's a lot of hoaxes out there right now that are trying to say they're on, America 250 and they're trying to get you, like Facebook is full of it. Because obviously my pages are a little bit more patriotic, so I get bombarded with Christmas ornaments of America 250, but they're not real. Right.
I believe.
I like both of those.
That was really all they had to hand out. It was flags, it was a pin.
I don't think the t-shirt.
No, old
I don't
style
know
metal
that
pin.
expensive
No, that's
t-shirt.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can bring you in the cost list of what Stovall just did, because they did hoodies and t-shirts, and they were a fortune. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah, and that hit their budget hard. And everybody else volunteered their time, like me, volunteered their services and stuff. They only had $5,500, I think, to throw off the whole festival.
T-shirts, caps, they're expensive. Caps are
Unless you
expensive.
want to pre-orders,
They did pre-orders and then they sold them to promote the event at the Hot Sauce Festival in Knoxville. And then it did actually bring more people to their event. It was like 3 weeks later. But it was, so they ended up having that money from the sale, but we don't have anything set up like that. We don't have anywhere to sell.
Yeah.
He's welcome.
We don't have any, $10,000.
But if we do any off events, then the America 250 is free to come here,
Yeah.
to come to our events.
Yeah.
See, they're booked on every weekend, every reenactment. They are packed solid for every revolutionary event that might possibly be going on in 2026. They're solid. But if we do something in the middle of the week that's not on a specific, patriotic day, they're available. And they'll come with the tent, the table, paraphernalia, and push the whole agenda themselves with literature that we don't have to buy. They won't come in with enough to give, 1,000 people stuff. We would still have to, but they do come with things. So that they're still open. Right. I'll find out the pricing.
Now, I can reach
And
out,
what
I'll
the-
reach out to Dan Barnes, he's the contact for the state for America.
Okay, find out who they're
Yeah.
using.
Yeah.
Because even if I go to a Virginia event or North Carolina event, I'm still getting the same paraphernalia, so they must be using the same
Same guy,
company,
okay.
is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we can do that.
Then we're on to the murals, right?
Mhm.
Mural art and coding contest. I think we've discussed a lot of that already. That's one of our jumps.
I have to head to Raleigh. I have to be in Raleigh at 6.
Yeah, there's nothing exciting on the next page anyway. We really appreciate you coming.
Gladly, yeah. And
Yeah.
who should I talk to in the meantime about ideas?
You can email me,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, we'll touch
And I
base.
think you have my phone number too, did I share that? with you?
I at least have your email address from
Yes.
the email you sent, so I
That'd
can
be
get to
great.
you that way.
And we'll look forward to hearing what you find out.
Yeah, I'll see what I can come up with.
I think she did put her phone number at the bottom of the email.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yes, feel free to call me or text me, whatever, so that'd be.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
We really do appreciate you.
Gladly.
coming over and put with things. Look forward to working with you.
Indeed, likewise. Thank you.
Be safe.
Be safe, yeah.
Clarify budget holders and release process, state and county.
Yes.
Huh? We talked about that earlier, but we
Wait,
talked
wait.
about it on camera?
Wait, no, we didn't talk about it on the game.
Alright.
So I gave everybody a copy of the budget template from the state.
Yep.
And so in order for us to access the funds, we need to complete this budget, give them a kind of a budget narrative about what we want to be, what we want to, the majority of the spending is going to be for 10,000. We don't have to put anything for the cost share because the county doesn't have a cost share, but we would need to outline where the money's going to be going to. And once you got an idea of that, we submit it to the state body, and then they'll release the funds to the county for us to be able to begin distributing on making payments. So that's really the big thing. Once we do that, we'll have access to the money, we can begin making purchases and so on and so forth.
So one of us should write 10, and 10 to figure out what kind of stands they were talking about using, because we have no idea what the stands are.
Oh, yes, they're going to.
Right, but they're meeting next week, so maybe they can hash out.
No, I'm gonna go to, oh, we already got some supplies and equipment, ain't it? That's the only section we filling out?
Yeah, the only section that we will be filling out supplies, materials, and equipment, and any contracts. So if we have a contract with anybody to do any type of performance, or we do a contract to make our.
That's only for your $10,000, so if I'm doing something.
Oh, yeah, if you're doing something with yours, you don't got to put it up here. All needs to go on this budget line is money we're able to put for that 10,000.
And what about the 30, there's some about 30,000, right?
That is.
That's for the banners,
That's just pretty bad, yeah.
because when he came in with the number and we added it up, we're like, yeah, that doesn't fit with our 10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he said he had applied for a grant,
So 10,000.
but, so now
Or 20,
it's 38,000,
total for, that was including 10,000, correct?
it's 250, no, the 10 is for the traveling banners. And 38 is just for the big ones on the street. 'Cause they're
30,000 or 38,000?
38,000.
38,000, yeah.
Yeah. 10 is the main. But that was a lot of paperwork and everything he wrote up.
So, oh, God, I believe it.
But he did write it up early, because I know I had called him on, the grant issues.
That's gonna be about right.
I called him about
That's-
8 months ago.
It sounds like a lot, but it's not. Those banners,
That's 125, right?
Times 250 apiece without the brackets, and that doesn't include the repairs, because, I'll be holding it until he comes in next time. And this is the struggle, I found 5 more veterans in uniform. And I can get better computer photos, I just did this so you can see the pictures that I have. But you can see that it's an issue. I'm not gonna blow that up and make that look good.
Answer?
So then you end up paying for software to actually have it made. So, and I have a scanner which you actually can remove every single one of these dots. My scanner will make it poster board size to donate items to museums. But it takes 20 minutes to download this photo, and then it'll take me like 2 hours to fix it. I'm sure they have an AI way to do that, it's a lot faster than my scanner.
you enjoy it.
Right, but that's the issue, and then,
So the $38,000 for those banners is not, we're not using any of the 10,000 for that.
Yeah, so
So the 10,000 we have to use for
just found it.
the mural.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what we got to committee to have to decide where that $10,000 is gonna be. Is it going on to mural? Is it going to tractable banners? A little bit of both?
Yeah, I figured we were gonna, because we have to paint, so that's gonna hit I don't know if the brackets will go off of that, or that's gonna go from the 38. But we have the paraphernalia that we wish to give out, we don't know what McGregor's gonna charge us yet. So
We're banking with nothing.
right, but we have expenses, and
Yeah, McGregor said they might give it to us. He was intimating that they would give it to us, to let us get it for free. So,
Based on the
yeah,
community.
based on the community and that the county.
the county did give them 2 grants last year, and I just didn't bring
Yeah.
So we're looking
Brought
at
up the big one.
the 10,000, we're looking at possibly the mural, the retractable banners, and the giveaways.
He
For
got,
right now.
he got 10,000 for the retractable banners.
That's
Separate, and that's from
Okay.
Perry Library. Perry Library Foundation actually gave him 10.
So
For
we're
that.
not using the $10,000 for that.
Not
Just
once it
like
goes
so
over.
that must be just for giveaways then,
Yeah.
brackets.
Right. We get to
Okay.
use it towards brackets, giveaways, we get to fill the holes with the 10 that we have, because 10 got the,
So not the banners themselves?
No.
Those, just the brackets for the ones that, okay. So a mural, giveaways,
yeah,
and brackets.
yeah, here's
Okay.
the 10 for that, and then there's the 38.
I just wanted to be clear on that, what we're looking at,
Right.
to have to put on this budget.
Yeah, so $10,000 has already been, he got that for his banners from a different source. And
Yep.
38,000, he thinks he's gonna be able to get from another historical
Right.
source. And then all
That's, the
10,000,
the Pope Foundation
Yeah.
did approve that
the
grant.
whole banner, okay.
Which one?
For the
Oh, yeah.
For the 38,
38, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because when I get my situation resolved with the North Carolina Department of Transportation, I had talked to them about that, going to the Pope Foundation, because my signs are $2,000 to $4,000 a piece. And there's 4.
So Kendrick, is there anything that would have to be approved for if McGregor Hall approves that mural? Do we have to do anything for the?
That's it, so we got, we got nothing to
Is
do
it,
with it.
right, so that would
Is that also?
eliminate any of that issue.
He said he's a
I
member,
really
he'll
hope
approach it.
I hope that goes, y'all, because that's big,
That, I know.
that's real big.
And it's only a
But
few.
remember, if we gonna do this, we need to start advertising now, so we gotta get on
Absolutely.
10 to see if the schools
That's,
are.
they're having a meeting, so I'll email Tim and Tim with the stuff they missed here and see if I can get them to talk about it next week when they have their meeting.
So immediate attention needs to be on that mural, because that's gotta be,
Well, we need to know, are we gonna produce the contest, paperwork? Because he was talking Rubicon, and that's the rules. That's the judging for the students. We would have to design that. I can bring you in demo Rubicons from the essays that we just did. That would help, but we would have to come up with the guidelines, how they're judged, so it gives them a fair,
Everybody fair.
and everybody's on a fair, exactly, this is how you're being judged, this is the side, whatever, you know.
Eric, I think that, I feel like if you want to do that, you have somebody outside this board doing judging.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying I'm judging, I'm just saying, Tim's
Yeah.
saying the kids need a Rubicon.
There was a meeting, final, separate board, have somebody outside and judging us in the, I have no taste in art. I'm sorry, that's not me. It's, I'm simple.
If it's this one, I understand when they just throw it up there and they say, can't you see the beautiful birds and butterfly and that?
the abstract you don't wanna get.
Middle of the road.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
good with abstract, but not just like totally just be paid.
Right.
I'm horrible.
I think we'll be able to find some people that will be,
Well, Tim may know, just because of the, the arts program in the schools.
If he can get Markov on this push the event, because he's a theater or psychology guy, I'm pretty sure they can push it.
And they're gonna have to have some say, it's the wall, so.
Cool.
In the grade.
I think they just give him the wall for a girl.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm jumping the gun.
I don't think it's allowed.
Okay,
what was your question? You got what?
That McGregor will have a say on who wins. No, I think he just wants something on that wall.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not doing that, I don't think.
I brought it up, it's been talked about.
One more thing they would have to
Meeting
do.
number 4, brought it up.
You good? I gotta meet 100 kids this week.
Did the mural, did everything else, talk about the budget?
New business, we don't have any new business.
No.
All right, yeah.
But we are not meeting next.
Not be next
4.
Thursday, because that's Thanksgiving.
Right.
And then depending on when they're meeting, I don't think we need to meet unless Tim and Tim have met with their banner people or.
Yeah, I mean, I
So
can
no
keep
need for us
working
to
on the
meet on
veterans.
Or if we don't have anything to
I think the only thing we need to think consider, we gotta get permission from Duke to put banners, brackets on and banners on their poles, that we might have to sit there and double
We're gonna have some that are gonna come off because I found issues with some.
up.
Yeah. Just saying, they're massive, I found a couple of issues in which they can find nothing, zero, so.
No, what I wanna say, like, we ordered brackets to satisfy the $125.
Correct?
I think we only got approved for 64 posts with Duke currently, so I'm finding out from them now what's the
Okay.
process or whatever. So, we can add another banner, but we might not can add to another post, because
We may have to do two on one pole, they're already double-sided, so it would have to be 1, 2. So would that mean that the banners have to be shorter?
no.
Just have to be thinner?
No. You're just saying that we might just, one might be higher than the other.
Oh, so it might be like this, right? Okay.
Because, they just don't put it like, put too much stuff on their poles.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
so what do y'all think about not meeting on the 4th and meeting the 11th with, I mean, if there's,
Yeah, that's the week I have jury duty, so as soon as I get out, I'll just see if you guys are still here or not. I don't
on the
know.
11th?
So next
I
meeting,
have jury duty starting on the 8th, and I have it all week.
Okay.
okay,
Right.
so next, you want
And I
next
cannot
meeting
get out of it.
to be December 11th.
That's what I'm thinking. I just don't think we're gonna have a lot more information on the 4th. We've got, I mean, next week is a holiday week, basically. A lot of people are out. I know we're not meeting next week, but then the very next week is when I believe they were meeting.
They're meeting next week.
Then we,
But they didn't say
they-
what day. They are primarily meeting next week, but they didn't say what day.
Thanksgiving.
Right, so the week of Thanksgiving, they're meeting on the banners.
Okay, so then we probably do need to meet the board. Sorry, take that back.
All right.
Sorry.
No, I was thinking they were meeting that week, that first week.
According to his email, he said they're meeting next week.
No, I'll, contingent on that meeting, I'll make sure to send out to have it sent out to everyone when the next meeting time is, but we will be meeting in this location.
That's awesome, I like this.
Yeah, I like
this one.
This location is good.
And then I am going to ask also for, Mr. Griffin to come. If he would like to come and have any input on ideas and things like that. Cause it definitely helps.
We're good?
Well, you make a motion?
All right, got a motion, and we are adjourned at what time?
Yes. 5:16.
5:16.
Thank y'all so much.
So,